Alright YouTubes, how we all doing? Hope you're all well. So first job of the new year, small, quite straightforward job, so I can ease myself back into it. We don't want nothing too difficult, do we, at the beginning of a new year, especially when you've been off for a little while. Hopefully it don't go wrong now I've said that. But so this is what it is. It's a BMW 3 Series, and it's just in for this wing. A little bit of a crease and a dent on that wing. Just painting the wing, plenty of room to blend the colour. The rest of it looks okay. So yeah, that's basically it really. So what I'm going to do, I did think about taking the splash guard out and getting from behind, but I'm probably just gonna pull it on that feature line there with a bit of wiggly wire, and then dress it up with a bit of filler and prep it and paint it. So I'll get set up, get the camera set up, and crack on with it. So I've took some of the tension out of that dent now by getting the line out first. So with the wiggly wire, I've pulled some of the line out. Still, obviously it's quite spaced, the wiggly wire, so there's still a little bit more to pull. But now, because it's quite, it's not so bad now, but it's quite raised across there, obviously where the tension was in on that feature line. So now I just used the little pin attachment and just start. Now the tension's off there a little bit. This has come down a little bit now. Now the tension's off. I just sort of pull a little bit above it on the line in the gaps where the wiggly wire was, and then below it, and then hopefully I will have to fill up here. There is a bit of a bump in there, but once I get a bit more of this out, it would only be a bit of tapping around. I probably will have to skim up there just to dress all that in. repaired now, so I'll just quickly take you through the processes I've done. So obviously I pulled the dent out to the best I could get it out, and then a lightish coat of filler, so that was Rage Ultra on there, and then I sanded down the filler straight off the bat with 220 grit Cubitrons. They're a good grit to have, 220, because it's got a bit more cut than obviously 240, and you can do it straight off the bat. You can with this Rage Ultra anyway. Maybe some other sort of heavier fill fillers you might struggle with 220, but they're really the grit's really sharp, so it cuts well. And so yeah, I can do that in 220 and leave it in 220, which is pretty much perfect for primer to go over, and then sanded around all the area with 240, and then just 1,000 hand pad in the blend area, and then grey scotch. So that's it, it's all ready to go. So I'll get it all masked up, and it'll have 3 coats of high build primer, and then once that's cooled, obviously we can start sanding it and prepping it for paint. so that's the first job of the year finished, this BMW 3 Series wing. And yeah, everything went okay, it was alright. Went as it should do. And come out okay, colour looks pretty decent. Alpine White can be a little bit iffy, it's been around for quite a while. Just sort of just had enough room to blend it. And yeah, everything went as it should do really, so yeah, no problems. Yeah, it's nice to start the year with sort of a more straightforward job. Towards the end of last year, there was some of the jobs were a bit more complicated, a bit more stressful when you've got loads of stripping and fitting involved, and yeah, they can be a bit time consuming. So I'd call this sort of work sort of your bread and butter work, which is it's sort of nicer work really. It's more straightforward, and you don't come across as many issues with stuff like that. There can always be issues with any jobs obviously, but yeah, it's nice to ease yourself back into it with something that's a bit more straightforward. So yeah, everything went okay with it. Sorry, I don't know what happened there, but I lost the end of the footage. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next one. Cheers!